So yeah, firstly introduce myself. My name is Arcanian, HKN Music. Literally today what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making something from scratch. Literally. One of the first things I normally do before you actually start making a beat is you have to have an idea of the concept. I normally think about the concepts before I even start, but today concepts like what BPM, what genre, you know what I mean, what sort of subject, and yeah, I normally start from there. But obviously every single artist or every single producer have their own way of methods of doing things, you know what I mean. So my advice to all of you guys is to play around with a few methods and see which one works best for you. But I normally start with the BPM, to be honest with you, and the genre. You know, sometimes I even start from one genre and then it turns out to be something completely different. But you know what I mean. Nevertheless, production's always good anyway. So here we go. I'm a Logic X person, you know what I mean. Some people use FL Studio, Pro Tools, but I brought up on Logic X, so you know, I'll stick with what I know. Obviously I can use the others, but I more likely prefer Logic, because I literally know exactly what I'm doing with Logic, and I'm quite experienced with that as well. So firstly what I do, I normally start with a few tracks firstly. There's a few tracks. First, it's always the kick, the snare, the hi-hats. Those are the the first thing for me. So what I do, let's change that BPM. I'm gonna go for a BPM of about 103. Let's do something different. Now, obviously, I don't know what sort of synths you guys have got, but my advice to you is to invest in synths, because literally you can't have enough synths, literally, you know what I mean. But obviously when you've got too much synths, you might get confused. So let's start with Logic Ultra Beat, because I like the Ultra Beat, you know what I mean. So literally, let's put this on this screen and let's go for a deep house kick. I normally used to use the Rockets, but I've converted to the Yamahas and the Genelics. Okay, boom. Alright, let's got that now. So let's put that on play. Okay, first that's a little drum, a little kick and a snare. But you know what, I'm gonna change that BPM. I'm gonna go for something a lot slower. I'm gonna say 95. I'm gonna go for 95. Let me get it. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do firstly? Alright. I'm gonna go with that kick, because I like that kick. So you know what, let me put that kick up there. And let me mute that. And let's loop that kick. Let's see now. Okay, so literally I'm happy with that kick. So you know what? Let's find another synth now. So what I'm saying now, let's go for battery and see. I can do something with that kick. Well, I haven't started to EQ that kick yet because I really want to get like a general idea first. Really idea where this is going first. Okay, so if I can put this on this screen so at least then you can see it. Let's go for an 808 multitude kick. Yeah. Alright, so what I want to do, I want to find the snare. Okay, so if we can go for that simple pattern, let's record that. Okay, so yeah, I've got that now, so literally let me have a look at that now. Let's listen back that. Okay. Alright, with that snare, I like how that snare is sounding, but I want to add a doubler to it. Let's see how it goes. So let's go for a doubler 4. I'm gonna use mono, so I won't use a stereo yet. I will do a mono, and by the looks of it, I've got someone stepping into the studio. So let's use a doubler. The doubler gives it a bit more that roundy effect. Now, me, I'm the sort of person I like to add a little bit of delay and a little bit of reverb to my snare. So what I do, let's do that now. But I don't boss it with this, you know. I actually put it on the channel and I shape it to how I want it. So let's do a little teeny bit of delay on it. I'm gonna go for the stereo delay first. Yeah, that's a bit too much. So if I turn that down, okay. Okay, so if you look on the output mix, I've got 1, 2%, and I've got 1. Yeah, I put both 2%, both 2%. The high cut, I take it up to about 6, let's say 5.9 on both, about 5.9 on both. The low cut I bring up to about 500. Let's do 520, 520 on both. Okay, so yeah, if we do 520. Okay, and I normally just play around with this until I actually get something that I like. So I've got 1 on -7.67 and 1 -3.33, but immediately I can actually hear that difference. So if I actually turn them off now, you hear it sound. You see, that's without the doubler and the stereo delay. Now put them back on. Yeah, so yeah, it gives it a bit more. Don't know how to actually describe that, but yeah, I won't put any reverb on it at the moment. But okay, so what we're doing now, let's duplicate that channel because I want to go back onto the battery. Let's take the doubler and the delay off. And what I'm looking for now, I'm looking for a hi-hat. I'm looking for a hi-hat. So let's find a decent hi-hat which I'm happy with. So let's See if we can find a decent hi-hat. Let's see if we can find the key. Yeah, I prefer this one. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually play. Oh, let's find it. I'm gonna play the hi-hat, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into the actual channel, then I'm gonna actually amend it to how I want it. So let's record it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yep, we've got that now. So let's go into that channel. What I do, let me select all, let me just quantize it, make sure every single note is on key. Yep, there we go. So I'm gonna do now. So what I'm gonna do now, let me see if I can drag, boom, get another one, boom. Yep, so I actually definitely like that. Yep, so what I do, let me bring that a bit closer in because I like that drift. And then let's duplicate what I've just done. So let's duplicate it. Oops, 1 second, forgot to copy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's put it this way. The third one, the fourth one, I like how it goes. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got a notion that I want to duplicate these in this sort of order and see how it sounds. So let's delete that and let's copy this one and bring this over. Now let's listen to the four bar and see how. 1 second. Okay, I like how that sounds, but you know what? I think I can do something. If I take this middle one out and then, yep. And then you know what, let's duplicate this one. I'm gonna expand this a bit and I'm gonna try to see if I can duplicate these two and create something different. Okay, so immediately that's actually sounding a bit different. Now I'm gonna go straight back to Ultra Beat now because you know I want something different in there as well. You know, I want something to give it a bit more. What's that word? A little bit more oomph. So one thing with Ultra Beat, there's something in there which I really do like. So I really do like the shaker. Yeah, so let's see if I can find that shaker now. Yep, there we go. Alright, so what I do, I'm gonna draw this pattern. if I put another 2 shaker, let's just try there. No, not there. Let's try here. Let me mute this and see how that sounds. Well, that shaker isn't as effective as what I thought. Let's try spacing it out a bit. Okay, so if I do this, okay, let's bring back the kick and snare. Okay, so what I do now, let's paste this up, turn that off firstly, let's duplicate this channel. Okay, so one thing that you should always remember when you're making a production, always save it. That's rule number 1. So let's save this. Let's save this as HK1. Okay, so I'm going to save it HK1 into Logic. So we've got that now. So next thing I do, because I've got like the backbone of the track, we know that we've done it at 95 BPM. I'm going to duplicate that channel. I'm going to duplicate, what I've already done. Bring it up to 9 bars. And that's it now. Okay, so what I know there's a lot of producers out there that works with samples. They don't actually play their own stuff. Me, I'm very, very different. I've never ever, well, I've worked with sample once. I've sampled once and I wouldn't do it again. It's very, very quick and easy, but to be honest with you, I like to know that I can actually create something for myself. So I will not sample. You will never ever hear one of my beats with a sample on it. Yeah, never ever hear one of my beats with a sample on it. And in my live sessions or pre-recorded sessions, you will never ever hear me using a sample. So like how we've got that backbone sorted out, okay, so that's the shaker. 1 second. Let's see what this is now. What is this? This is okay. Let's firstly, before I do anything, let's copy this and put this on the actual channel. Okay, let's put that up there. Unmute that channel. Yeah, so let's unsolo that now. Now next thing, a lot of people would add, or let's save this, a lot of people would add the bass, but you know what, firstly I want to try add something else in there. So I'm gonna go for, let's go for one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a popcaan. I'm gonna go for albino. I like exotic sounds, so I'm definitely gonna go for popcaan albino. So I really like the leads that they produce. Okay, so let me put it on this screen so you can see. Okay, so we've got okay, so that's not what I'm gonna use. Let's turn this one down. find a lead that I'm happy with.
Okay, I'm pretty much into that one, but let's bring that in. Let's listen. You know what? I really like that. I'm gonna stick with that for now. This is just a tutorial, so I'm just gonna stick with that for now. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stick with that one for now. So I've just quantized it because literally I played it out of key. So what I've done, I've quantized it to get all the notes back in. So what we're gonna do, let's keep that there for now. Let's save that and let's listen back to it now. Okay, so you know what? I'm definitely gonna keep that. Let's open up another Logic instrument, which is the ES24. I really like this one, the EXS24. Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna go for synths and I'm gonna go for strings. Another thing, the Mega Fat Super Strings is one of my favorite. I use that in a lot of my beats, but I normally tweak the strings differently. So. Let's record this. Okay, immediately I've just made an error, so let's go back, rewind, do this again. 3, 4. See this. Go. Okay, so yep, that was a bit more, that actually connected a bit more better. So let's go back in that one, let's quantize that. There's a lot of shortcuts in there. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. You know, it's just remembering to use them. So if you're a shortcut person, then yeah, it's always better to semi-shortcuts, semi-not shortcuts. So let's listen back to what I've done. Alright, so let's copy that. Let's copy that now and put that there, and let's listen to that. Save. Sorry, first let me just say this. When you do something and you do like it, a rule of thumb, if you just get into the habit of Command and S and save your work, that will save you a lot of hassle. You know, it happened to me in the past when I used to make production, didn't save it, power cut, all them stuff, they lost everything. If you can get into the habit of Command and S every time you make something, you will not run into that problem. Always save your work. Rule of thumb. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, there's a lot of way I can actually go with this record now. There's a lot of way I can actually go with it. You know, I'm hearing a lot more snare. I'm hearing like another 2 snares, jumpy snares, fast snares. I'm hearing another string. I'm actually hearing a piano in it as well.
You know, that's not even getting down to the bass yet. So literally, let's see what we've got. Command S. Firstly, let's open up a piano and see what I can get with a piano on this. And just remember, this we're actually doing this straight from scratch. This is an idea which I'm literally just making up as I go along. So, you know, I've got hundreds of productions, you know, ranging from dancehall to trap to hip hop to rock to dance to house to EDM to drum and bass to garage, you know, so even reggaeton. So I'm happy with what I got so far, but I'm definitely hearing a lot more in there. There's a lot of things I can actually put in this instrumental, and there's a lot of directions I can take it, but I'm gonna keep it simple. And yeah, let's get back to this. So okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm pretty much fancy a piano in this, so let's solo these out. Let's record this. Okay, something as simple as that adds a little bit of depth to the beat, because you blend out, you play it, but you blend it into the background to give it that fattening motion. So firstly, let me select an all and let me quantize everything, and let's play this now. Okay, I like that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a bit of doubler on it. So I've got the mixer on because I'm using a double screen. I've literally got 3 screens, one there, but I'm using a double screen at the moment. So the mixer is on that screen, which you guys can't see at the moment. So I've just copied the doubler 4 from my battery, which I done earlier on, and I've just put it on there. So let's I'm going to copy the delay as well, the stereo delay, and I'm going to tweak it a little bit. Instantly I can actually hear the difference. Okay, because I'm an albino dude as well, I'm going to duplicate the albino channel. I'm going to find another, I'm going to find another lead. These sort of sounds is what gets me going. These are the sort of sounds which I really like working with. So let's see what we've got now. Instantly I can tell. Okay, so I've got an idea. Let's record this in the idea and see. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've done 2 different versions there, so I want to have a quick listen out and see which version I like. Now let me again select all and let's quantize. Now I'm gonna solo this out and listen to it just on its own. Okay, the second bit, the second, say about bar 6, I mean it's a slight error, but you know what, it actually goes, so I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, it definitely goes. Now, I'm thinking I definitely would like to add a delay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna put any of the waves or fancy delays which I've got, you know, isotope, whatever. I'm gonna just stick to the basic, and I'm gonna use a tape delay this time. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yep, like how we've got that again, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate battery once more, because I've got a snare roll. I'm definitely feeling a clap within this as well, so I'm thinking first let's do I need a proper snare. I need a good looking snare that actually sounds very, very good. Now, no, not those ones. Let's change the kit and see. Firstly, I'm thinking, okay, I'm pretty much going for this snare because it sounds quite good. Okay. Okay, let's find. Okay, so it's this key. So firstly, you know what? I'm not tweaking nothing as yet. Let me, with battery. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add a little roll to this. Okay. Okay, so we go there. I'm gonna put this there, and I'm gonna duplicate. What I'm gonna do, I'm definitely gonna duplicate quite a few of these firstly, and just try to see how it sounds like. Okay, so that's almost not what I want yet, but it's actually getting there. So let's put that there. Well, 1, 2, 3. Now let me firstly quantize this bit, and let me see if I can. Okay, so
I like that as it sounds at the moment. Now let me change the note to 32. Okay, so that's almost, now let's change it to 64. Let's see. Okay, yep. So yep, I'm slightly a bit more happier with that. Now what I'm going to need to do, let's duplicate this and put it over this side now. Yeah. Okay, I really like how that bit is sounding, so let's do one bar right here and see what out. Okay, I really do like that snare, but when I do the one bounce on it, I think that's supposed to be, I prefer it to be somewhere else. Yeah, I'm trying to find a subtle instrument that can. Yep, I think that is the subtle instrument that I'm looking for. So let's copy and let's paste that right there. Okay. Alright, so Command S standardly. So what we do now, let's duplicate everything that we've done and make the track even slightly bigger. Now I won't put nothing else in there. Now I'm thinking let's go on to the bass. I think once we do the bass, then we can go into something else. Now there's a lot of synths that we can actually use for the bass. Now it depends on which synths you've actually got. Now it's a big choice. Now okay, I'm gonna go for Angelic Vibes Bloodline because there's quite a lot of the basses on it which I do like. So let's go for Bloodline. And I'll put it on the screen now for you to see, so it's exactly. That bass has got too much of a kick. I can hear the kick in it. So we need a more probably a more cleaner one. But let's okay.
Still trying to find this bass, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go for the clean right now and just play around with it a bit until I'm actually satisfied. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm gonna slightly happy with that, so let's quantize that. Let's Command S, save that again. Now let me stretch this out, duplicate it, Command S, and then what we can do, we can work on the bass a bit. You know, I'm a sort of person, I like to EQ my bass, but I won't go into all of that today. You know, I'll do a separate tutorial about EQing bass, you know, EQing instruments and everything. So I just want to get the general layout of the actual instrumental, you know what I mean, just structure it up from start to finish. All the EQing I'll do in a separate tutorial for you. You know, I'm the sort of person, I like to sing when I make a beat as well, but you know what, some of the times I actually sing about, I don't know what I'm actually saying, so I won't do that in this tutorial and embarrass myself. So literally, if you hear me mumbling, it's just a few ideas that I've got, you know what I mean. So yeah, but back to the beat. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm pretty much happy with how that's sounding at the moment, you know what I mean. So that's just something. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start structuring the beat a bit. Okay, so this is gonna be the intro. Okay, so what do? Let's EQ that. No, not EQ, sorry. My bad. Let's quantize that. Okay, I'm thinking whether or not I should okay, secondly or firstly or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to duplicate the mega fat strings. Oops, mistake there. I'm going to change the instrument just for the intro. So I'm going to change it to, okay, let's unmute that track and let's change it to something else. Okay, let's mute it. Okay, yep. Okay.
so yep. Okay. Let's. Okay. I'm the sort of person I really like to. I like to color code my stuff, so I've literally just done my intro in purple. Command S. Okay. Okay, so if I've muted those, I like to mute them in real life. So mute those instruments. So the ones which I'm not using, I mute. Yep, mute, so I can take off the mute of everything. So okay, so literally I would, bear me a second, if I go, okay, so with the intro done, let's move on to the second bit now. Now this, me as a person, sometimes I do start a track with the hook. Sometimes I start with a pre-hook, sometimes I start straight into the first verse, and even sometimes I start it with a pre-first verse, so it just depends on the actual structure. Okay, we've got the intro out of the way, so let's... What I do, I'm pretty much not... I always think I should incorporate a clap, but I won't use the clappers yet, so let's go back into this now. Okay, I am going to add that bass there and that bass there again, because I think that bass actually sounds good to actually introduce the track. So let me unmute those. Let's see what this are. Okay, so yep, let's start the second segment. Let's color code the second segment. Now I'm gonna go with blue, because obviously verse and everything is always blue. I always do my hooks in red, so let's command S. Okay, so I'm gonna say, yep, So I'm happy with that bit for the time being. Just not fully, but just say for the time being. So what I'm gonna do now, shortcut scissors. Let's mark out the next segment now. That's gonna be the next part. Oops, cancel. Okay, so let's listen to what we've got so far. So we've got the intro, we've got the first segment. It could either be, I'll probably say it's gonna be a verse. Yeah, it's gonna be a verse that leads into the hook. So let's. Okay, so we've touched on the intro, we've touched on the first verse, we've even touched on the hook. So let's go back to the hook now. Okay, so the hook's pretty much almost. There's a, you know, depending on what I'm looking to do with this beat, there's few different angles that I can do, but I'm gonna extend the beat, draft it out to a good 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, and the way to be honest with you, in the next episode, what I'm gonna do, I'm literally gonna voice. But I'm gonna voice 2 different versions on this beat, because you know what, I'm the sort of artist that I can do anything to this. I can do dancehall to this, you know, I can rap over this, I can do, you know, there's endless opportunity for me to what I can do to this sort of beat. You know, I can take out instruments, I can put this in, I can mix it to suit the genre. But as just a basic guide, this is yeah, I kind of like the riff of it. So this is the intro. Yeah, then it goes in. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm thinking I want the clap back there. Yep. Thinking I'm gonna duplicate this bit. I'm gonna chop this bit right there. I'm going to chop. Ooh. Now let's have a quick look now and see if I chop. Yep, I can chop this right there, which is not going to interfere with nothing. Chop that right there, and I believe this segment right here, or the last segment, or yeah, the last segment. Oh, that comes as one. Okay, so I won't do anything there. The last segment, if I chop there, and chop it there,
Oops, nope. I'm believing if I take, oh that's why, if I take this there and bring this back a teeny bit tad, yep, at least then what I can do now, I can take this out, I can take these out, and then the first bit, where we go, here we go, yep, I can take that out and I can bring this back. If I duplicate this and bring this over, yep, there we go. Oops, nope, let's just undo that. I just want to make sure I've literally lined it up properly, yep. And then if I take this bit over and then bring this back there, copy automation, yep. Let's play that now. Oops, Control S, Command S. I'm thinking, what is that? Okay, so this is a bit now where I need to EQ this kick. It's a bit coming a bit too. Okay, enough. I feel I want to bring, a lot of people don't do this to their kicks, but this is something that I do, literally. I use the Renaissance plugin, so let's go on this, let's stereo it out, and let's try to see if we can get a different kick. I want to shape this kick. Yep. Okay, so what I've done, okay, Command S again. So what I've done, literally, I've shaped the kick to make it sound slightly a bit more fatter within the beat. Now, if you look on the screen now, I'm happy with what I've got so far. This is a benchmark, so I can start writing and start shaping what sort of song I'm gonna have. I've literally got. This is literally the basics for me to start writing a song to this now. So we've got 1 minute 37, so I duplicate,
copy and duplicate again, copy, okay, and fully. We've got 4 minutes 22 seconds worth of beat. So what I do, let's Command S, save that. So the purple bit is my intro, the blue colored bits are my verse, the red color bits are my hook. Now the hook and the verse is exactly the same sort of length. That means I'm gonna have a double barrel hook. You know what I mean, a double barrel hook in this. Now in real terms, this song is going to be about 3 minutes and a half, so I'll finish there. So I can either do the intro, verse, hook, and hook to finish, or I can finish it with a third verse. So it just depends on what sort of idea which I'm going to write, which I've actually got a few. So let me Command S that. Now there's a few more things which I need to do to this beat, which I'm not going to do today, which is automate certain parts. I'm going to mix a few of the instruments, embed it in the tune properly, and I'm going to EQ compress quite a few of the instruments as well. This is just raw instruments, just showing you how I actually string a beat together, you know, just as I go along, just getting ideas as I go along. So let's take another, hold on, before I do anything, let me bring up the mixer. Where is the stereo out? I really like to analog my beats. I'm an old school sort of person, so I really like that analog sort of feel to my beats. So let's analog it out, put a bit of drive on it. Yep, brilliant. Now let me EQ a little bit. I normally use certain things that Logic has, so let me just EQ it slightly. Okay, so yep, I'm save that. I'm gonna bring back this thing. Let's go for another plugin to add a bit more to it. ABCD, GHIJ, K. Let's go to K and let's get this tape machine on it. So let me add another little bit to this beat and see. Firstly, what I need to do, this instrument's been bugging me. I love it, but literally there's one thing which needs to be done to it, so I'm gonna Okay, so literally like I've done all of that now, I'm just gonna add just a little quick little bit of magic that I normally do. Now, because obviously I haven't got that much time to literally mix every single thing down, you know, I've got a quick little fix which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to bust it all out and then I'm going to apply my magic touch to it. So let's one of the problems of working with so many plugins is that you've got too much choice, so it can be a bit overburdening at times. So, you know, a lot of famous producers say stick to the plugins that you know, and stick to the sounds that you know. They're not wrong. It definitely worthwhile sticking to what you do actually know. Okay, that's one of the things. When you've got too much plugins, it's just very hard to actually choose the right one. So, you know, I'm literally gonna just stick with the normal right now. So I'm gonna go with a modern compressor from the Melder production. Okay. Okay, so alright, so let me save this now without going into too much. I've just made a beat. It's 4 minutes 22 seconds long. The intro, first verse, hook, second verse, hook, third verse, hook. Literally from scratch without no samples or anything. So let's have another listen. Yep, and that would wrap up this tutorial. Turn this up a bit.